The thermostat's glowing again. Not bright, just that soft blue square in the hallway that thinks it knows better than I do. I set it at 72 before supper, same as I've done every evening since October settled in. There's a comfort to that number. It's not dramatic, just warm enough that the floorboards don't feel like stone when you step out of your socks. But tonight, I walked past it on my way to rinse the plates, and it said 69. 69, like the house and I had never had the conversation. I stood there a moment, the hallway light humming faint above me, the smell of dish soap drifting out from the kitchen. The air had that thin, cool edge to it. Not cold exactly, but the kind that makes your elbows notice. I pressed the up arrow. It beeped, a polite little beep, as if to say, "Of course, Jack, if you insist." I don't remember asking it to insist on anything. Mary says it's learning our patterns. I don't recall inviting it to study us. We used to have a dial, big round thing. You turned it left, it got cooler. You turned it right, it got warmer. That was the extent of its personality. It didn't glow, it didn't connect to anything, it didn't quietly revise your decisions at 8:30 in the evening. Now this one talks to the phone, sends reports, tells us how efficient we're being. Efficient. That word makes me tired. I told Mary I didn't appreciate being outvoted by a square on the wall. She was folding the dish towel slow, smoothing the corners like she always does. The cotton's worn thin in the middle. You can feel it, soft as old paper. "It's just trying to help," she said. I leaned against the doorway. The wood was cool against my shoulder. "I don't need help being warm in my own house." She didn't look up right away. Just hung the towel over the oven handle, nice and straight. "It's still your house, Jack." That's when I felt it. Not anger exactly, more like being gently moved aside, like the world's rearranging the furniture without asking. I went back to the hallway. The little blue square had already climbed to 70, working its way back up. I stood there listening to the furnace kick in, that low rumble through the vents, the steady breath moving through the walls. The house sounded older tonight. Not fragile, just aware. I suppose I mind less about the temperature and more about the part where something else decides when I'm comfortable. It's a small thing, 3 degrees. But I've noticed lately how many small things adjust themselves now. Lights that turn off on their own, faucets that sense your hands, cars that correct your steering if you drift an inch too far. Sometimes I miss being the one who drifts. Mary came down the hallway then, her slippers making that soft shh sound against the wood. "You're thinking again," she said. "I'm being replaced," I told her. She smiled at that, not amused, just steady. By a thermostat? By things that don't trust me to turn a knob. She reached past me and rested her fingers on the wall, just below the screen. Her hands are always warm. I don't know how she does that. "Maybe it's not about trust," she said. "Maybe it's about paying attention." To what? To how we live now. I let that sit a minute. The furnace was still running. The air coming from the vent brushed against my ankles. Warmer now. 72, I imagined, working its way back home. Mary leaned into me, just slightly. Not enough to be dramatic, just enough to share the warmth that was already there. "We're still the ones sitting here," she said. "It hasn't figured that part out." And she's right, I suppose. The thermostat can learn our patterns, but it doesn't know that we sit on the porch until the light fades to that soft gray blue. It doesn't know I like the quiet stretch before the street lamp hums on. It doesn't know the way Mary tucks her hands into her sleeves when the air cools, even before she admits she's chilly. It can adjust the temperature, but it doesn't know when to stay. I reached up and pressed the arrow one more time, not to change anything, just to hear the beep, polite as ever. Then I turned off the hallway light and followed Mary back toward the porch, where the air, whatever number it was, felt just about right.